In this awareness video from InfluenceWP, I wanted to highlight a new browser extension from Jack Arturo, who posted this yesterday on X Twitter. And it really hit home for me as someone who does instructional videos and all types of videos, really. In situations where you have a WordPress dashboard, that you have numerous plugins that you are working with, and they clutter up the WordPress dashboard. So when you go to do the videos, you're going to see just a lot of noise. And um, in those cases, you have to, like, if you want to clean up the dashboard, you got to jump in, you got to deactivate plugins, remove plugins, whatever. But this is going to allow you to keep a lot of those plugins in that maybe you jump back and forth between without having to manually go in and set them as inactive and whatnot. So if you create videos for WordPress related stuff and you're showing the WordPress dashboard, then I think this video is for you. Okay. So Jack gives you a link right here. You can jump over to his GitHub account. And when you scroll down, you're going to notice that the install for the Chrome Web Store is not available. So when I saw that, I actually saw another comment from someone else too, saying we are rooting for you, Jack, to get this in the Chrome store. So it's just a matter of installing an extension. So when I hit this manual installation and it says developer mode, as a, like, I'm not a hardcore developer. So when I saw that, I was kind of slightly deflated, thinking, oh, I can't use this yet until it gets into the store. But I decided to give it a go, and it turns out it's actually super easy to do. So I noticed right here that it talks about Git, right? And I'm familiar with Git, what Git is. So I just came over and did a search for Git, and brought me over to this website. And as a Windows user, use Mac. I use Mac too, but for the videos, I'm currently using Windows machine. So I thought, well, let's just give this a go. And so I downloaded Git for Windows, and I came over here and I chose this top link up here at the top. So let's go ahead and install that together. And they have a Mac. There's a Mac version as well. So if you saw in that initial Git homepage, you can get the Mac version. All right. So all I did is I came through here. Now, again, as a non-developer, I didn't know what 95% of these screens meant. So as I instruct my IT clients back in the day, and even still, when you go through installers like this, I always encourage people to read every single screen and just not take what it gives you, because you can install all kinds of random bloatware on your machine and maybe make changes to your machine that you don't want to make. However, in this case, most of it was so far over my head. Like, I was reading through it and I just couldn't understand most of it without doing some searching and researching and everything. But I'm just going to trust Git here. And Jack, if you happen to watch this, or any other developers, and you're watching these screens go by and there's something you're like, no, don't do that particular thing, you can let me know and I'll put it in the comments of the video. But I'm trusting Git here. Now, I do look at every single screen, and if something like just looks really wonky, nefarious, like, I'm not going to do it. But I'm going to trust Git and with all of these screens. So this one, I didn't see anything. There's a lot of screens to get through. The directory, the folder, that's fine. You start seeing these red notices. I can't tell what any of that means without research. So I just did next on that screen. Again, same thing. It looks okay. Fine. This looks a little daunting to you. You keep getting these warnings and red notices. It looked okay to me. So I said next. Okay, use the bundled open, go with the defaults, use the bundled open SSH, fine. Use the native Windows secure channel library, fine. Yep, this screen looks fine. This screen looks fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, install. But it's daunting. Like, you almost kind of like, do I really want to go through with this? But worst case, you can always uninstall the app, right? So let's let this finish up. All right, so I'm not going to review the release notes, but I am going to launch git bash, finish. Okay, so we now have this screen. So I came back over to the GitHub post, and we see here they give you the download. You can run this also. I just did it a different way because I had an error message that popped up. So I just grabbed, I understood what the command was. Let's get and let's clone what you find at this URL, right? So I knew what that meant. So I'm just going to copy that URL. I'm going to go back over here into here. And this is where I ran this and I couldn't get it to go. It's probably something I'm doing. So I just closed that. I went to my recently installed apps and I ran instead the Git GUI, so the Git GUI interface. Okay. And then I said, okay, let's clone, which is what Jack talks about. Let's clone an existing repository. So I click that, paste in that URL that he gives you. And then for the target directory, we can just do, I'm just going to choose the downloads folder on my computer. Oop, that's not it. I need the full path. Yeah, Windows is not giving me the full path. Where's the full path? Here, let's just do it this way. Let's browse. Downloads. There we go. And let's just create a folder. We're going to just match the folder, which he gives you, which is, what was it? WP clean admin. So I'm going to select the folder. Where is the close? Here we go. Target directory, downloads. There we go. So that's the folder. I'm going to select it. And then it's going to go ahead and create the, actually I lied. We need to create the directory. So we're going to do WP/WP clean admin. There we go. Okay. So sorry about that. Okay. So that's it. So you put the path to the Git location, and then you're going to tell it to create a folder. Tell Git GUI to create a folder. So let's click clone. We'll just let this run. There we go. Once you see that screen, you're done. You can close all of this down. Okay, now we're over in our WordPress dashboard, and for fun, I installed a ton of plugins, and we see how quickly this gets cluttered up. So if you go to do a video, let's say the video is just focused on whatever, I'll just pick one, Affiliate X in this case, this plugin right here. Let's say you're going to do a video just on Affiliate X, and it has nothing to do with WooCommerce, which creates multiple menu items, has nothing to do with BuddyPress, which adds a number of items, nothing to do with any of this other stuff, backups or security or anything, right? So instead of, again, coming in here into plugins, deactivating what you don't want to show up and all of that mumbo jumbo, see, this is a much easier approach. So I'm just going to duplicate this tab. Okay. I'm then going to go into my Chrome extension settings. Okay. Manage extensions. Up in the top right, we see developer mode. I'm going to toggle that on. And we're going to click load unpacked up here in the top left. And we're going to choose our WP clean admin directory and click select folder. And there we go. So that is now on and toggled on by default. Now, anytime you visit a page with a /WP admin, this is going to automatically kick in. Okay. So when I refresh this screen, because we've got /WP admin, this entire sidebar is going to clean up. Okay, let's go. There you go. So you signed into this site, you're ready to do a video, you come over here, you toggle this on, and this is what you're going to get. Now, let's say hypothetically you're going through the video and like I said, for example, you're doing an affiliate X video for that particular plugin. And then you're like, oh, I want to show off something for WooCommerce. It's not a problem. You can just come over here into plugins. And let's say WooCommerce, go to settings there, and there you go. So you can get to this stuff pretty easily. It's not a big deal. All right. Here's the before and here's the after. Okay. So one more time, my process now going forward is going to be this. This is my dashboard that I use for InfluenceWP for doing videos. I can now keep a lot of plugins in here and not worry about hiding them. So my video process is going to be, I'm ready to do a video. I jump over into my extensions and I can actually pin this extension. I think I can. I should be able to, even when you're in developer mode, right? Let's see here. Yeah, there we go. So now with that activated, I can pin that. Okay, so here we go. Let's go through the process again. I'm ready to do a video for InfluenceWP. Let me toggle this off actually. There we go. So I'm ready to do a video. I come up here under my extensions in the browser toolbar, manage extensions. I'm going to toggle admin cleaner on, which is now pinned up here, which I guess that's not really a big deal. You turn it on, it is what it is. Let's do a refresh. And now we've cleaned up our menu and we're ready to produce our video. Okay. So we can come up here now if we're ready, like we're done. So we don't want to go into our extensions and mess with those. We can just toggle this off and there it reloads all of those plugins back. So I made it a little harder than it needed to be. You can just click on this pinned icon and just easily toggle this on and off when you don't need it or need it. All right. I hope you enjoyed this video and thank you, Jack, for creating something so useful and hope you get it in the Chrome Web Store. See ya.